Good morning, UUCA. Please rise in body or in spirit, and let us all sing together. I'm on my way to the freedom land. I'm on my way to the freedom land. I'm on my way to the freedom land. I'm on my way. Great God, I'm on my way. I asked my neighbor, come and go with me. I asked my neighbor, come and go with me. I asked my neighbor, come and go with me. I'm on my way. Great God, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. And I won't turn back. Put your hands together. I'm on my way. And I won't turn back. I'm on my way. And I won't turn back. I'm on my way. Great God, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. To the freedom land. I'm on my way. To the freedom land. I'm on my way. To the freedom land. I'm on my way. Great God, I'm on my way. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. You know this one, sing it out. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, put your hands together. I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Building up a world. I'm gonna let it shine. Building up a world. I'm gonna let it shine. Building up a world. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Last time, this little light of mine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Yes.
All right, UUCA, you sound fantastic. Welcome. And I want to welcome Reverend Ian Hill to the season that is known around here in Georgia as Fake Spring #1. The first fake spring. There will be another, but welcome to the first one. It's an exciting time for you. Just when you thought everything was blooming, well,
Kind of.
but good morning, UUCA. I'm Reverend Terrence Strauss. My pronouns are she, they, and I have the joy of serving as your senior minister here at UUCA.
Yeah. And I am Reverend Ian Hill. I am your associate minister. My pronouns are they and he. And I am so grateful to be with you as we transform lives through courageous action and soulful connection. Yes.
Now, I don't know if any of y'all remember, but around this time last year, I had been inspired by a video that was going around the internet of a young Reverend Jesse Jackson on Sesame Street. And in this video, he's doing a call and response with a group of kids. And I thought that in his memory and name, we would do it today as your welcome and your call to worship. Are you ready?
Yes. So repeat after me. I am somebody.
Somebody.
You may be white, you may be black, you may be Latinx, you may be Asian, and at all times we know that I am somebody.
Somebody.
You may be old, you may be young, you may be transgender, you may be lesbian, gay, bisexual, and at all times we know that I am somebody.
Somebody. You may be old. You may be young. We already said that. You may be an immigrant. You may be poor, you may be a federal employee, and you know that I am somebody.
Somebody.
You may be Muslim, you may be Jew, you may be atheist, you may be Christian, you may be pagan, and it is true that I am somebody.
Somebody.
I am somebody.
Somebody.
I deserve respect.
I deserve respect.
I deserve dignity.
I deserve dignity.
I deserve to be treated well.
I deserve to be treated well.
I deserve health care.
I deserve health care.
Because I am
somebody.
And I am loved.
I am loved.
And I belong.
I belong.
Welcome to you. This is your congregation. You are in the right place, the place where you belong. Now, this here is a big tent faith. We believe in a crowded table, the one where there is room for all of us to belong. From art shows to Soul Summit, leadership, justice weekends, from Camp Phoenix, the summer camp, to worship and community life. This is a place where we show up for one another and where we grow together. Yes?
Yes. Y'all, and this celebration continues even later today. We invite you back at 4 p.m. for our Black History Month Karamu celebration. We're doing this in partnership with SLCA, Drum ATL, and it's going to be an afternoon of even more music, more poetry, and delicious food. It's going to be a time where we gather, enjoy culture, storytelling, and shared community. Some of y'all might have saw the slides to know that Karamu means feast, and we truly mean it. And in the spirit of feast, art, and connection, we would love to see all of you there.
And the potluck is color-coded. This is the best thing I've ever heard of. So I'm definitely going to be there, and I hope you'll be there too, as we welcome Reverend Ian Hill also, and Reverend Ian's ministry to Atlanta. It's a very exciting time. Now, we, the faith and justice leaders of Atlanta, believe the revolution will be sung. Yes. Amen? Yes. So next Friday evening, you are invited to join Singing Resistance Atlanta, of which I am a founding member, as together, that's kind of what I was up to a little bit. As together we lead a protest song teach-in right here in this sanctuary. That's going to be Friday evening, February 27th from 7 p.m. to 8:30. I know the choir is getting a special invitation, but all of y'all are welcome because we will learn powerful, current, easy songs that are coming out right now, coming out of Minneapolis, Portland, Milwaukee, and Chicago, where people in 2026 have filled the streets with song. We are mobilizing for a major protest at the Georgia Capitol on March 28th. And y'all, we are gonna go out singing, yes?
Yes. And y'all, Are y'all thinking about church leadership maybe someday, today, something like
Always.
that? Yes, always. And maybe you just need some skills to help you with that leadership. If that is the case, please join us at Soul Summit this year, 2026, taking place March 19th through the 22nd, where together we will grow leadership skills. We'll learn how to fight the regime that's going on right now. And best of all, we will connect deeply with one another. You can come either if it's just for the Saturday or the Sunday. Either way, come worship with us. The food at Soul Summit is always good. At least that's what I've been hearing.
Yes, it is. This is a high value. And if you are visiting us today or you are still finding your way at UUCA, we would love to invite you into deeper connection. Join us for the Pathfinders class that's taking place right after this service at 12:30 upstairs in room 217. Today's theme is Radical Welcome, led by our own Liebs Honeycutt, and each week offers a new topic to explore together. Lunch and childcare are provided for all newcomers. So truly, we would love to have you upstairs after the service. And at this time, I would love to invite Luke Honeycutt to come forward and light our chalice this morning.
I'm marveling. I swear Luke has gotten taller
grown.
just since the last
Yes.
time. Just since last time. Okay.
May the
light of this flame illuminate our tradition of seeking, invite all who yearn for acceptance, and ignite our passion for justice and
peace.
So we're going to start with some trivia this morning. Oh, we got some trivia buffs out there. I can already hear that, like, woo! In 1955, a woman in Montgomery, Alabama, boards a bus and sits towards the front. She then proceeds to refuse to move to the back of the bus when a man asks her to give up her seat. Who is this woman? Yes, Rosa Parks. Did you know, though, that something very similar took place nearly 100 years earlier in 1858? In Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, a young woman stepped onto a crowded streetcar and took a seat. The conductor soon came over and told her she had to leave. She stayed quietly where she was. Another passenger suggested she move to a corner instead. She didn't move. When the streetcar reached her stop, the young woman stood up, tried to pay her fare. The conductor refused to take her money. So she dropped the coins on the floor and walked out. Mic drop. What was that about? In both instances, it was about race and power, about a world where white men tried to control where black women could sit, go, and belong. And the young woman in the second story was, anybody know? Our reverends know the answer to that. They don't get to. Oh, we have some good guesses. The woman was Frances Ellen Watkins Harper. Frances Ellen Watkins Harper. So let me tell you about this remarkable Unitarian ancestor. Frances Ellen Watkins Harper was born in 1825 in Maryland when slavery was still legal in the United States. She was born to free parents, but she became an orphan at a very young age and went to live with her uncle. He ran a very rare school for black children. And Frances loved learning there. Now, when she was 14, though, she had to leave school and go to work as a servant. Even so, she kept reading and writing whenever she could. And by the time she was 20, she had published her first book of poetry. Now, as a young adult, Frances felt a calling to help end slavery. When she learned her home state of Maryland passed a law saying that any free person of color who entered the state would be arrested and sold into slavery. She first moved to Ohio, where she could teach and meet other people who believed in freedom and equality. And then she made her way to Philadelphia, where she met people who helped enslaved people escape on the Underground Railroad. And it was their stories that inspired her to speak out. Frances became a famous speaker, a famous writer. She traveled across the country speaking on freedom and education and justice. She outshone nearly all orators on the circuit with her well-reasoned arguments and her poetic language. She donated, too, much of what she earned to the fight against slavery. Frances also cared deeply about her faith. She grew up in the African Methodist Episcopal Church, where she felt at home. It felt like family to her there. Later, though, she also found a spiritual home at the First Unitarian Church of Philadelphia, where people of different races worked together for justice. You see, being part of both communities helped her build bridges and share her message more widely. Now, after the Civil War ended slavery, Frances kept working to help newly freed Black people. You see, she believed everyone deserved education, respect, a chance to succeed. She believed everyone deserved opportunity and kindness. So, where are the streetcars in our lives today? Places where someone is told they do not belong. And how might we, like Frances, stay seated, speak up, or make room? Frances Ellen Watkins Harper spent her life shining a light on injustice and imagining a better world. She believed her words could help change hearts, and she held on to hope that one day liberty and justice would truly be for all. Amen? Amen. So I would like to invite the Honeycutt family to the chancel to lead us in this morning's movement prayer. And as they make their way here, I invite you to rise as you are willing and able and join us. First, we bow to honor the Spirit of life. We lift our arms and embrace the gifts of Spirit. We bring these gifts unto ourselves with gratitude and breathe and smile. We share these gifts with the world. We remember to be present, honor, embrace, gratitude, share, be present. Amen. Blessed be. So at this time, we would like to invite children, 3rd grade and under, to exit and join preschool or their creative workshop for this morning, and those can be found on the 1st floor just down the hall. And as our children recess, please take this opportunity to greet your neighbor, especially someone you haven't met.
'cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. I go to the movie and I go downtown, and somebody keeps telling me don't hang around. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. Then I go to my brother. And I say, brother, help me please. But he always winds up knocking me. He keeps on knocking me to my knees. Oh, there are times I thought I wouldn't last for long, but now I think I'm able to carry on. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. I mean, we can truly go home after that good word, that good word. So I want to ask you all, who are your spiritual ancestors? After this song, I imagine a lot of you might be feeling like Sam Cooke is one of your spiritual ancestors. Because when I ask this question, I'm not asking about the ones whose DNA runs through your veins, but the ones whose courage runs through your prayers. The ones whose songs find you even before you reach for the comfort of a tune. UU minister Karen Johnston writes, ancestors who spoke with the bravest fire, they lend us their senses that we may know another world is on her way. The ones who went before us, sacrificing for a future not their own. They are not gone, end quote. They are ever in our midst. I remember the first time I felt that feeling in my own being. I was at a symposium led by Dr. Issei Barnwell of Sweet Honey and the Rock. I know y'all know about Dr. Issei Barnwell. I was in First Unitarian Church of Oakland. It is very similar in style to First Philadelphia that was shown earlier in the Time for All Ages. It's an old church with stained glass windows and intricately carved wood, the kind of sanctuary that sighs and hums even when no one is singing. At this symposium, the gathering was called Our Songs Know Who We Are, which honestly was already preaching even before we started. And when we did start, the first song that Dr. Barnwell sang was this old song that I didn't know it at the time, but it has since sung through me so many times. in charge to keep, a charge to keep we have, to live our lives glorified. That's this hymn that was written back in 1792, and it was sung every Sunday morning by my great-great-grandmama, Mama Nita, at Mount Zion AME Church. I never heard her sing it while she was alive, but in that UU sanctuary decades later, I heard her through me. I remember thinking, wait a minute. I'm in a Unitarian Universalist church, and I'm singing this old Methodist hymn, and my black Christian ancestors are using my vocal cords right now. Is that really happening? But in that split second, I doubted, is it appropriate for me to be singing this song? Should I be singing this here? But there was this other voice that was in me that said, yes, you are exactly where you need to be, singing exactly the songs that you need to sing. In that moment, the energy of my ancestors were not asking me to shrink back into the harm of that tradition. They were inviting me to reclaim what had always been mine: song as resilience, faith as rhythm, faith as a charge for me to keep. This is what spiritual ancestors do. They don't trap us in the past. They help heal the harm that tried to trap us there. They help us rewrite the story. And sometimes they rewrite across traditions, from Christianity to Buddhism to Unitarian Universalism, from bloodline to soul line. Like the soulful connection I found in my spiritual ancestor, Tina Turner, y'all. Yes, Tina Turner is Black Buddhist, this female icon who survived violence, oppression, and reinvention and kept on singing. Our stories were vastly different, and yet through hundreds of hours of chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, her voice held me while I healed from military-related moral injuries and layers of internalized oppression. Before I would chant, I would rise early in the morning and do my UU Buddhist ritual before I knew that I was a UU Buddhist. I would read this grounding quote by Henry David Thoreau, long before I knew that he was one of ours. He wrote, "In the morning I bathe my intellect in the stupendous and the cosmogonal philosophy of the Bhagavad Gita, in which comparison with our modern world is the literature is puny and trivial." And I thought, the audacity of this gentleman bathing his intellect in the cosmogonal. But I loved it. I loved this audacity because I recognized it, and in my own way, I felt that same energy when I bathed my intellect in the Lotus Sutra before chanting with Tina Turner. I would let this vast vision of my sacred Buddhist text remind me that enlightenment is not a private achievement, it is communal. It too is ancestral and ongoing. Sacred texts are conversations across centuries. They are like ancestors in written form. They whisper, remember who you are. Know what you are here to do. And then this ancestor journey became beautifully serendipitous, y'all. Do y'all know this minister, Reverend Dr. Gene Reeves? Oh, I see some people shaking their heads, yes. So he is said to have been one of the ministers who also answered the Dr. King's call to Selma. And he also founded the International Buddhist Congregation in Tokyo and co-edited the Buddhist Kaleidoscope and translated the Lotus Sutra for Western readers like me. And this is the part why I asked if y'all might know him. He was from this church, ordained right here. Well, I mean, not in this particular building, because it was in 1961. Wow, indeed. I was literally moved to tears when I discovered this spiritual ancestor who for years I had been reading his sacred texts shaped by his scholarship, and now I learned that not only was he a fellow UU, but he is of this lineage of this very community. Talk about following breadcrumbs, that our very own Reverend Dr. Reeves wrote words that still resonate now. Quote, I believe that each one of us is called to move beyond our own cliquishness, our own racial and ethnic, national and class smallness, and let our vision of human wholeness become a basis for a more genuine community, a model of what we can be. End quote. Yes. That right there is ancestor mentality. It reminds us that we are not alone in this moment, that we are accompanied. So when you are wondering, how do you meet this hour, hear your ancestors answer in your bones with courage. When you wonder, how do we hold grief and rage and still lead with love, spiritual ancestors answer with song. When you wonder, who are we to attempt to change the world, they whisper, you are the ones that we dreamed of. Spiritual ancestors are relations of the soul. They charge us to keep going when there seems to be no way. They lend us their persistence, their holy audacity, their assurance that the moral arc bends not magically, but because hands like ours are bending it. So I ask you again, who are your spiritual ancestors? Whose words steady you? Whose songs rise up in your chest? Whose courage is braided into your calling? There is wisdom waiting for you to reclaim. There is healing that belongs just to you. And there is a lineage longing to sing out in your voice. Let us be grateful for those who came before us and yet ever live in our midst. And may we live so fully, so courageously, that generations from now will feel our song rise up in their bodies and know who they are. May it be so. Let us put hands on hearts. Feel your heartbeat, connection to life. Breathe in peace and say to yourself silently, I will love myself. I will love others. And that love, oh, it can heal the world. Oh, this is the time where we hear the joys and the sorrows of this community. And this particular week, there were no written joys and sorrows shared, and yet I know that there are people who have been recovering from illness, recovering from surgeries that are showing up, that there are people in this midst who are experiencing joy from news about medical discoveries that are going on in their own lives, and I am celebrating you. And I'm also holding in my heart, as y'all are holding in your hearts, some of the griefs, some of the terrors that continue to rage. And at this time, you are invited to name some of those griefs, some of those joys. You are invited to speak the names of people and circumstances that you are holding in your heart this morning. Speak those names into this holy space now. May all beings find connection. May all people find comfort. May all of us find more and more ways to be more and more loving with one another. Oh, Spirit of life, love eternal, we rest in holy gratitude. We surrender to a mystery beyond ourselves, asking for forgiveness for our mistakes, perhaps times where we have been selfish or thoughtless. Breathing in and out, we offer grace. We forgive ourselves. We forgive each other, and we begin again in love. And now let us further calm our minds, our bodies, again breathing in peace, exhaling love. We relax further into this space that our intentions make sacred. And now, we enter into the silence.
Keep
Good morning, UUCA. I am Dr. Larry Davis, and it is my distinct pleasure this morning to stand before you in my upgraded role as the president of the First Church Board at Abundant Love. Yeah. I asked for a raise, and they gave me a 200% raise as part of that position. So my pockets are a little more full this morning. For those of you who might not know, Abundant Love was founded 8 years ago, and there was a longing for a UU community that was grounded in the Black religious tradition and justice. And what started as a dream became this living movement. A community was created in the West End. We stepped into a new sanctuary a couple years ago. We had music in the streets, we had liberation in our bones, and we sung our way into our new spot. And many of you who are here have supported us from the very beginning. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that. Now, the offering time is one of those moments when we're here in worship and we get to practice gratitude. We practice it out loud, and it's not just being grateful for what we have, but gratitude for being a part of something that's bigger than us, okay? And speaking of big things, I'm a scientist. I'm also an astronomy nerd. And about once every 33 years, Ramadan and Lent line up on the calendar. And it happened this week in conjunction with Lunar New Year, right? So this is great. It's like the spiritual equivalent of like a solar eclipse, right? You know, it's rare, it's beautiful, and we're gonna get some sermons out of this, I'm sure. And it reminded me of a story. So we've got 3 friends, right? Catholic, Muslim, and a Unitarian Universalist. They hop into a cab and they ride together to a party. And then when they get there, the host comes up and offers each of them a glass of wine, right? Catholic says, well, I'm observing Lent, no thanks. Muslim says, well, I'm observing Ramadan, no thanks, right? The UU says, I'm observing the sacred ritual of accepting whatever's offered with gratitude. Please pour as you are willing and able. Now, that's a good spiritual practice. And not about the wine though. No judgment. Some of you are Chardonnay folks. I'm a Merlot guy myself. But the gratitude, that's a good spiritual practice for us. It's the willingness to receive what's offered. It's the openness to say yes to connection, to say yes to community, to say yes to being part of something that grows us. When we give to this community, what we are doing is that we're practicing that same sacred ritual. We're receiving and offering with gratitude. We're saying yes to the work of love and building this community together in the West End. We're saying yes to the people who are going to walk through these doors next week. We are saying yes to this future that we are imagining and building. So while we're taking up the offering today, I want you to give in that spirit of gratitude and openness. Not because you feel obligated to put something in the basket, but give out of the joy of saying yes to what we are creating together. From Abundant Love, we are deeply grateful for UUCA's continued support and the ways that your gifts help sustain this shared ministry, this celebration of life and faith and freedom. Thank you. The offering will now be received.
Birds in the sky, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. Ooh. and I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies are having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep is peace when the day is done, that's what I mean. It's an old song, it's a new world, it's a bold world for me. Oh, stars, when you shine, you know how I feel. Stitch on the pine, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. Oh, da 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 da. I feel like I'm feeling good. Yeah, yeah.
Just don't know. Wow, I heard about Portia before I met Portia. Your reputation precedes you. Wow. Let us dedicate the offering to the work of this congregation, which is weaving a tapestry, love and action we call community. Dedicate our lives and these are offerings with gratitude. All right, the youth might be familiar with the question I have for you today, which is, why are you you? In truth, I spend a lot of time wondering this about you. I mean, how did you come to be who you are? How did the apple fall so far from the tree? How did you escape the closet? Or the fire and brimstone? Or the oppressive family culture to become the powerhouse that you are? It is a wonder. I mean, how? How did you know what kind of dad you wanted to be if yours was not the role model? How did you know you were going to be a person who spoke up during town hall meetings, who ran for state senate, okay? Who fostered animals or who marched for freedom? Why are you you? It was my director of religious education at the Third Unitarian Church of Chicago who taught me all about Unitarians who had come before me, such as Ralph Waldo Emerson, and yes, Henry David Thoreau, who invited people to think differently about the nature of God, to find the holy in the natural world, and to use reason to draw my own conclusions, and yes, science too. My religious education teachers taught me about Unitarian writer Louisa May Alcott, who wrote about the lives of women and girls when nobody was writing those stories. And Unitarian Clara Barton, who started the Red Cross as an act of her Unitarian faith. So I was raised with these stories and more in my Sunday school. Therefore, us kids felt like we belonged at the very center of the movement for human progress and for justice. I mean, imagine, as a child, I saw my own place in that interconnected web of existence, clear as daylight. I would too find my moment in the long struggle for freedom, and I would greet that moment like it was a homecoming. Because to be a Unitarian Universalist was to be called to have my own place in the community of prophets and leaders, movers and shakers across history who innovated and expanded society's reach, who contributed their gifts and their ideas and their talents to the common good, who advanced justice and education, all as a marker of their faith, like because they were Unitarians or Universalists. So it would be with me, I assumed. It wasn't until I grew up I learned not everyone felt this sense of lifelong call to become a world maker, a justice bringer, or a person who would make a clear contribution to the communal effort. And it occurred to me recently that while some of your children may be learning about UUs across history who made waves in the ocean of human progress, you may not know your own spiritual ancestors. See, as adults, we lose this religious education if we were not raised in the UU church. Now, your spiritual ancestors, they don't need to be Unitarians or Universalists. They could be Tina Turner, or they could be from the long religious tradition of which you are now a part. That research is yours to take up, perhaps as a spiritual practice or a spiritual discipline, to discover your spiritual ancestors. You don't have to look too hard to find the one who is speaking to you across the ages, beckoning to you to take that next right action. You'll know it by your forefather or your foremother's actions. You see, they have made a path for you. All you have to do is put one foot in front of the other and follow that path. There was a time in college where I wore like a very small picture of Robert Kennedy on a necklace. And I don't really know why, but I just wanted everybody around me to know about Robert Kennedy and know it. I felt like the young adults didn't know enough about him. And so I want to invite you to maybe bring little talismans or pictures of your spiritual ancestors so I can meet them, maybe in the receiving line next Sunday. So this week, I was thinking of one person who I had encountered for whatever reason, more than several times throughout my life. It so happens that across my lifetime, I have had the opportunity to run into Reverend Jesse Jackson 4 times. Twice in airports, and once in a hotel in Memphis, and once at a demonstration in Chicago when I was a very young child. I shook his hand at least a couple of those times, and what I remember is that he was both friendly and focused. What does that mean, to have crossed paths on this earth in this life with someone like Reverend Jesse Jackson? Maybe nothing. I don't have to make meaning of it, or perhaps there exists a lineage of protest pastors, of preachers and activists who speak unity into a divided moment, who speak clarity in a time of chaos, who tend to the moral universe as gardeners, planting seeds and pruning back and stepping aside when our time comes. I always thought We were contemporaries, Jesse Jackson and I, crisscrossing on the web of existence. But now I know him as an ancestor, one who is still speaking. If we listen to this ancestor, we hear the truth. If we know this ancestor, we feel the conviction. If we receive this ancestor, we live the continuation of their blessing on earth. I will share with you an excerpt of the 1988 speech he gave, stumping for Michael Dukakis at the Democratic National Convention. I read his words this week as though he had spoken them directly into my ear today. He is also speaking them to you. Listen. You must never stop dreaming. Face reality, yes, but don't stop with the way things are, he said. Dream of things as they ought to be. Dream. Face pain, but love, hope, faith, and dreams will help you rise above the pain. Can you hear him? Use hope and imagination as weapons of survival and progress, but you keep on dreaming. Dream of peace. Peace is rational and reasonable. War is irrational in this age and unwinnable. Saying this to us this morning. He said, dream of teachers who teach for life and not for a living. Dream of doctors who are concerned more about public health than private wealth. Dream of lawyers more concerned about justice than a judgeship. Dream of preachers who are concerned more about prophecy than profiteering. Dream on the high road with sound values. Like he is right behind me. Whispering in my ear, I tell you, listen to that voice. Someone is speaking to you from across the ages. It's a musician who you've always loved, but who reminds you today that this machine kills fascists, and what does that mean for your next action? It's that writer who wrote that book you always loved about the fire department who burned books is now giving you your assignment. It's that public health physician you once studied who revolutionized global health by providing high-quality care to underserved populations around the world. He is whispering to you now what you should do next. So find your spiritual ancestors. This sermon comes with some homework. Your spiritual ancestors will tell you the work that is yours to do now at this crucial and critical moment, because if you listen, you can hear Martin telling us how to march in peace. You can hear Rosa telling us how to defy the laws that are unjust. Fannie Lou telling us how to lift up our voices in power and song. Francis Allen Watkins Harper telling us how to bridge the gaps in the culture. Listen to their voice and you will know how to meet the movement of our time. So in the words of my spiritual ancestor, Reverend Jesse Jackson, this is how we keep hope alive. He said, we keep hope alive. What'd he say? Keep hope alive. Feel it. Keep hope alive. Let me hear you. Keep hope alive. Join his voice. Keep hope alive.
Lift every voice.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea.
felt overwhelmed, confused, or unsure how to move through the terror of this time, this moment. But you have a resource, that liberation in your bones, that spiritual ancestor calling out to you, telling you, speaking, whispering, singing into you where to go next. All you have to do is listen and then move forward. So go in power, go with your ancestors behind you, go in love and peace.
God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us thus far on the way, thou who hast by thy might led us into the light, keep us forever in the path we pray. Let our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met thee, lest our hearts drunk with the wine of the world we forget thee. Shadowed beneath thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land.
Go in peace. Happy Sunday.